Hi, I'm Bob Weir with another interview of candidates running for office in Denton County. My guest today is Ashley Jones, running for place 7 on the LISD Board of Trustees. Thanks for being here, Ashley.
Thank you for having me, Mr. Weir.
And compliments to your daughter for you. You tell me that she did this as part of your advertising placards. That's really beautiful. How old is she?
11.
11. God bless her. Wow, that's wonderful.
Thank you.
All right, Ashley, since your bio is on the written portion, I'll get right on to the questions. What is the role of a school board member?
The role of a school board member is we help make policies. We also help with evaluating and hiring the superintendent, which you know, Dr. Lori Rapp has been with us for a year now. We really are just really a local governance that helps with encouraging and uplifting our teachers is what we're hopefully we can start implementing is what I'm hoping to do.
So the school board has influence on the education system.
Yes.
They have influence over the superintendent as well?
Yes.
Superintendent of schools, I think they hire the superintendent, is that right?
Yes, they get to vote on who the superintendent is.
Right.
So, yes.
All right, so what do you feel are the most salient issues facing LISD going forward?
You know, how much time do we have? You know, we have a lot of strengths. There's a lot of great things happening with LISD. We have our career centers, we have our high graduation rate. I don't know if you've heard, but Forbes gave LISD the #1 school district in Texas, which I'm very proud of. Again, that's a lot of positives going on for LISD. We do have some challenges, some things we need to work on, and I've got quite a few. One of them is increasing transparency. We need to invest in our teachers. Our teachers are very important, and I feel like from watching what we have experienced with my 12-year-old at the time and my 10-year-old at the time is that our teachers are starting to feel frustrated with what is happening in the curriculum and how there's an overreach of government telling our teachers what to teach, how to teach, and when to teach. I've had personal conversations with teachers that they're saying they are being limited on what they can teach on core subjects. They're being limited to 60% of what they're able to teach in those core subjects, and then they teach 40% on the social emotional learning. This is
Well, these
not
are some
a
of the
good
things
idea.
that I'm going to get into with
Yes.
the questions, so I can get right into particular questions. First of all, let me ask, do you think students have lost some education due to the pandemic?
I brought some statistics with me, Mr. Weir, and this is the TEA on the approach master's levels. And I'd like to go over that with y'all if I can. It's called the Texas Education Agency. It's the 2022 Federal Report Card. What we are seeing is approaches, and then we see meets, and then we see masters. So what I will tell you is, as a nurse, if I was to come and work for a doctor's office or a hospital setting, and I can only master in reading 51% and in mathematics only 9%, how comfortable would you feel with a nurse that's only able to do 9% of mathematics?
Yeah.
This is a very deep concern for me. We have got to get back to our basics and helping our children really learn to read, to learn. And that is very key. And reading is a baseline in all your subjects. It's the foundation for what is in math, it's in history, it's in science, it's in reading. So, I mean, we have got to get back to our basics. This is so important.
Well, yeah, okay, so then you believe that, of course, there was some education lost during the pandemic. It was a couple of
Exactly.
years, and it's
Yes.
maybe playing catch-up now to
We
to
we
do that.
are.
So let me get into some of the other specifics. Like, do you think critical race theory should be taught in schools?
You know, Mr. Ware, that's a fantastic question. I love that question. And, you know, I truly hope that as parents out there, we are teaching our children to love everyone. And what's the definition of love? Love is looking for good in people. And it's time we start loving each and every one.
But I think,
Everyone.
more specifically though, we know what critical race theory is.
Mhm. Yes.
So I think that's why parents and everyone wants to know if that's being taught in the school system. So are you for that or against that?
I'm against it. Again, my child is 11 right now, and she does not see outward appearance. She sees her friends, even my son, my 13-year-old, he even sees his friends for who they are and their character, not
Well, sure,
for
and
outward
that's what we should all
appearance.
do, of course. We
Yes.
should all do that. But it's just that it's a radical theory that's being
It
pushed.
is.
How about this? Do you think sexual orientation and gender identity are topics to be taught in school?
No, I do not believe in that either. We as a family unit, we have our morals, our values, and that is our family unit. And when you bring those type of topics into a school classroom, you're not teaching basics at that time. You're teaching ideology, and
Sure.
that's not good.
And that's what's lacking in the school
Yes.
system, in the education system. To get back to basics, you know.
Absolutely.
The
And I am going to focus
English,
on that.
Math, history, what have you.
Yes, sir.
How about this? Do you think that parents have the right to decide what their kids are taught?
I do believe so, and it even says in the Texas Education Code, Chapter 26, Parental Rights and Responsibilities. Parents are partners with educators, administrators, and school district boards of trustees in their children's education. That is key. Without the parent, you don't have the child. Without the child, you don't have the teacher. Those are key pieces that is necessary to have a successful education for our children.
Right. Okay. How many schools are there in LISD? Do you know?
We are a very large LISD, are we not? We're
Yeah.
127 miles. That's a lot of ground to cover for a LISD candidate.
A lot of children to educate.
There's
right?
over 57 campuses, 5 high schools, and I believe 2 tech career facilities. So.
You are probably campaigning right now, and you have this lovely one. Are you doing any door-to-door, or are you advertising? Or?
I'm going to be talking to as many people as I can in that 127-mile radius,
Meeting
as
people.
much as I can.
Very important, meeting people
Yes.
personally. Well, we're getting to the end already. It goes up quickly.
Yes.
Ashley, is there anything you'd like to add before we close?
Yes, I want to say something that's truly important to my heart. I chose the career as a nurse, and my second choice was going to be teacher. I have a very special place for my teachers out there, and I'm going to fight for you. We are going to review this budget, and we are going to do all we can to give recognition where it needs to be after everything they've gone through in the COVID pandemic. As a nurse, all that y'all went through, there needs to be some appreciation shown your way. And I am going to fight for our teachers. We're going to review this budget. We need to get it under control. There's too much expenditure going on, and we need some wiggle room to be able to give our teachers some raises. I'm going to fight for our teachers.
Teachers are, I think, extremely important in,
Yes, sir.
in the growth of a society. We've got to have good teachers, and we have to have a great education system. I think we
Yes,
have
sir.
one in LISD. And I
Yes,
want to
sir.
thank you, Ashley, for being here, and good luck in the election.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And thank you for watching.